Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are tackling our disaster of a backyard. The other half of our backyard, where we actually play with the water slide and everything, is kept up with. Like, Will keeps up the lawn, and we keep up with the toys and stuff over on that side. But this side of the backyard, right next to the back door, gets neglected because we don't ever use it. And it has kind of become our catch-all area for toys, and weeds have grown up in our pea gravel area, so we have to get this all cleaned up. A lot of these electric toys don't work anymore, so we're going to be doing some decluttering, and then I'm going to get in here and pull all of these weeds. And by the end of this video, our backyard is going to look a million times better, so stay till the very end. But we definitely let it go for far too long, so please don't judge me. It was really, really bad. If you have any tips for getting rid of weeds without having to go through and pull all of them, let me know down below, because I don't really know of a better way of doing it, especially when they're this grown up. I can't just spray something on them, I don't think. I think they're going to have to just be pulled out. So we're going to do that. We're going to be planting some new flowers, decorating a little bit on the porch, and getting this backyard ready for summertime fun. I actually did this before the 4th of July, so we were able to enjoy our pretty backyard for 4th of July weekend, and now we can enjoy it for the rest of summer and into fall. I'm hoping to get a little backyard table where we can eat dinner out here when the weather starts to get a little bit cooler, so that'll be really nice. But let's jump right in. I'm going to start by pulling all of these weeds. The kids were enjoying the water slide, and let's just get this all taken care of. So when we did this little pea gravel area, we actually laid down lawn fabric to stop the weeds from growing up, but I learned after this whole project that you should actually use more of like a tarp situation so that weeds can't grow through it. And so one day, when we get a wild hair, we will probably scoop up all of this pea gravel into a wheelbarrow and lay down something that's a little bit easier for us to keep up with, because these weeds, really, it's not bad all year long, but as soon as that hot summertime weather hits, these weeds are wild. They are everywhere. So I usually only have to do it in the summertime, and then fall through winter, it's not so bad. But anyways, I'd rather not have to do it at all, so I would love to lay down something a little bit thicker so that these weeds don't grow through. But if you have any other tips for weeds, leave them down below, because I think we can all benefit from that.
Drawing in the breath and feel the cold wind right to the bone, yeah. Perhaps it's good that I'm alone so you don't see my face, the way that I'm trying to hide my tears. I've got to carry on. I'm walking away now that the pretty picture's gone. Now that I know what's going on.
I'll make sure to link our backyard makeover video down below. We did this like 2 or 3 years ago. Oliver was a baby, and we wanted more of like a sitting area out here. Our little patio is just one little square, so I wanted to extend it, do a little fire pit, some places to plant flowers, which is why I have these whiskey barrel planters here. And then we put a piece of wood down in there with some cement around it to hold it there, and we hung string lights, and it's been really great for our family. One day we still may do cement back here, but this was a super budget friendly project, so if you're looking to upgrade your backyard but do it on a budget, definitely look into pea gravel. Call the local like plant area or plant stores in your area, because we got all of this pea gravel for 80 bucks. I thought that was a steal. We just drove up and they dumped it in the back of our truck, and we came home and dumped it right here. It was so easy. The only thing that was hard was digging up the grass and then laying the lawn fabric, but even that more than anything, it was just time consuming. But around 3 years later, and we are still loving this little space. A lot of times we'll let it go for a while because with a baby and a toddler, it's just pure chaos. But it's never very hard to get it all back in order. It did not take long at all, and now we're able to enjoy this space again.
I know, thinking she's gotta be missing me. She must be, she must be. We used to be so strong. Tell me, where did we go wrong? So honey, before the night is through, I'm gonna miss you too.
I have planted mums in these planters before for the fall, and I love the way that looks, but they never last very long. I love how petunias just last forever. Like, these pop up every year, only in this last one because these are like really old, but that's what we're going to go back in with today. We're going to plant some more petunias.
Take the time it takes, walking home alone, with everything I know, thinking she's gotta be missing me. She must be, used to be so strong. Tell me, where did we go wrong? So honey, before the night is through, I'm gonna miss you. Walking home alone, with everything I know, thinking she's gotta be missing me. She must be, we used to be so strong. Tell me, where did we go wrong? So honey, before the night is through, I'm gonna miss you too.
The hardest part of this project is done. Look how many weeds we pulled out of there. That was insane. So glad that part is done. We're going to work on clearing off the porch now.
Get up and let's face it, no need to erase it, 'cause memories make you strong. Breathe in and get going, breathe out and stop moaning. You gotta get.
As far as toys and equipment in our backyard that our kids absolutely love, that tractor, Oliver's obsessed with it. He will drive it around in circles for like an hour and not get sick of it. It has a little trailer that attaches to the back so he can carry stuff around in it. The other day we had all of his cousins over and they did water balloons, and they threw all the water balloons in the back of that wagon, and that's how they got them around the backyard. Thought that was a really great idea. And then they also love their new water slide. That has been a really big hit. I like that the little kiddie pool at the bottom can be really shallow for Annie Kate. She can crawl around, and she absolutely loves the water. And then they also love their little swing set with the slide and the little chalkboard at the top. So those are all really big hits. I'll link those below. If you have kids that are a similar age, you can shop those links in my description box below. I'm going to snag these cushion covers off these chairs and put them in the wash while I get the rest of the porch cleaned up.
Through mess ups you're learning that life keeps on turning, so keep on spinning those wheels, 'cause when you lose you learn the bumps along the way, and you'll never run out of the ride. And when you lose you learn that letting go of love will make you a better man, 'cause life goes on for the lovers. Yeah, life goes on, it goes on, yeah, life goes on. If you live it, yeah, life goes on.
It's the next day and we're about to start back in, but it is 91 degrees in Arkansas today, so we're getting our drinks ready, filling up our waters, and I'm also making Annie Kate her formula. We've recently found an amazing formula called Bobby. We've been combo feeding with her, so breastfeeding and formula feeding, because I want to start the process of weaning. And I was personally drawn to this formula because it's organic and it's modeled after breast milk, so it's an easy transition from breast to bottle. She absolutely loves it. We have the organic infant formula made with organic milk from grass-fed cows. They have options though, which is always a must because every baby is different. They have a gentle one and a whole milk option, so something for everyone. And the coolest part about Bobby is it's mom founded and mom led. It's also backed by science, and over 500,000 parents trust Bobby to nourish their babies. Bobby supports every feeding journey with simple, organic, high-quality formulas that bring their best for your best. Visit hibobby.com to explore all their formula options. You can also scan the QR code on screen or click the link in my description box below. Thank you so much to Bobby for sponsoring today's video.
You keep me on my feet. I'll move to the beat, my favorite song. Keep it on repeat. Please don't let it fade. Just say you want.
So jumping right back in the next day, I still needed to sweep down the porch. I need to hose it off, and then I also took some sprayway and wiped down the door and the windows. They were caked in dust and dirt, so that felt really good to get all of that taken care of. And I'm going to try really hard not to let this happen again anytime soon. I just want to be able to come out here and enjoy our backyard. So let's get this all cleaned up, and then right after this we're going to head to Lowe's and pick up some plants. That was the fun part. We got to pick up some new petunias for our whiskey barrel planters, and I'm also going to be adding some black urn planters right here next to the back steps. And we're going to put some cute little plants in those, and then I also wanted one bigger plant on the porch next to the little seating area. So we're going to head to Lowe's here in just a little bit. Okay, we picked up some really cute plants from Lowe's. We've got our petunias, and we've got several more I'm going to share with y'all in just a minute. But we've got to finish hosing down this porch. These windows were filthy, so we're going to go ahead and take some sprayway and wipe them down. We're also going to be wiping down the back door. All of this glass was covered in dust and dirt, and I even found like a little, I don't know if it's called a mud dauber or some sort of like a home for either wasps or something in the window, and it scared the crap out of me. So I was like, I'm just going to wait till Will gets home and let him take care of that. So I just cleaned around it, but it's like in the corner of one of these windows, and we've been having a really bad problem with wasps when we're out at the water slide, so I'm pretty sure that's where they're coming from. So hopefully we can get rid of that, and that will solve that issue. But let me know what y'all do in the summertime for wasps and hornets. We don't really have a problem with anything else. I mean, we have bugs and stuff in our backyard, but I don't really have a problem with bugs as long as it's not something that can sting my kids. So anyways, hopefully Will can get that taken care of. I want to get better about upkeep of our backyard. A lot of times when it's not nice outside, we don't even come back here, so I forget about it. We leave towels out here and toys, and the weeds grow up, and then it just is a lot of work to get everything back together. So I would like to maybe hire somebody to come power wash like twice a year and get all of like the grime off of our siding, and then make sure there's like no pollen sitting on the windows for long periods of time. And like these chairs, I've tipped them over and there was so many spider webs on the bottom of them, which is so creepy to think about because we sit in these to just drink our coffee and relax, and there are a bunch of spiders on the bottom. I actually saw somebody on Instagram one time post that they lifted up a cushion of one of their outdoor chairs and there was a snake underneath it. So before you sit down outside, make sure you're lifting up those cushions because you never know what could be underneath. So we're just going to hose all of this down. I took the cushion covers inside to wash them, and we're going to pop those back on here in just a few minutes. The porch had a lot of like stains. I don't know what this was really. I think the black spots were from Will's charcoal, and then this orange stuff looks like rust almost, but I don't know why it'd be rusty right there. So what I did is I took some Dawn dish soap, and we're just going to scrub it down with this same little scrubber that I used to do my car mats. And it did lighten all of the stains. It didn't necessarily pull them all up, but it looks a lot better. And our doormat goes here anyway, so I wasn't too worried about it. So from Lowe's, I picked up this cute little tree. It's like a bush situation. It's a Japanese something or another. I can't remember what it's called, but I was just looking at the tag on it, and it's pretty easy to keep alive, I think. So we're going to try that up on the porch next to the chairs. And then I found these adorable little, I think they're called an Everest sedge. They're so little and so cute. And so I fell in love with those. We're going to do those here in the urn planters next to the steps. And then we obviously got our petunias for our whiskey barrel planters, and I love that pink color. I was actually trying to find red or something like red, white, and blue, something patriotic, so that going into 4th of July weekend it would be festive, but I couldn't find red, and I ended up just getting these pink. I think they're really pretty, and now that 4th of July is over, we can just enjoy the bright pink flowers for the rest of summer. So, love those. Let's get all of this planted. Okay, I'm no expert on planting. In fact, I don't even do much research. I kind of just do things and wing it. And the last time I did this, my petunias lived for a really long time. So I'm just going to do what I did last time. I just use a knife and I cut the plant. I got the hanging plant, so I just cut them where it's like already divided. I obviously don't want to like cut where the flowers are attached. So I just find a good spot in the middle where I can cut and separate, and usually about one hanging plant is one whiskey barrel planter. But this time, these were really, really full, so I just did half of a hanging plant for each whiskey barrel planter, and we actually had one whole petunia pot left over. It's actually still sitting on my front porch. I was going to return it, but I may just use it in our front hanging plants because our front hanging plants died. I don't even know what kind of flower they were, but it's hard to keep anything alive out there because there's not very much sunshine, especially for like the very first half of the day. The backyard gets all of the great sunshine, so we're gonna probably replant those petunias in the front yard. But look how pretty these are in the whiskey barrel planters. I am obsessed.
You know it, 'cause you already messed it up. I know that you know it, 'cause you already messed it up. I think you're addicted to drama. It keeps you sleeping at night.
When I first moved into this house, I was kind of clueless about landscaping. I'm still kind of clueless, but I like to make things look really cozy, and I love this little pea gravel area. I think it's really nice. I want to do the other side of our backyard, like right next to our fence. I would love to line our fence with a flower garden and maybe line it with some bricks and make it look really pretty. When we moved into this house back in like 2020, I believe it was, it had never had anybody's personal touch, obviously, because it was a brand new home. Not only was it a brand new home, but it was also very builder grade for the most part. They did a few upgrades, but very plain when we moved in. So it's been really fun to fix it up, but I was also kind of clueless, and I feel like as I go, I'm getting better and better about making upgrades to our home. So this was a fun project, but I really want to go to the other side of our backyard and along our fence do a little flower garden, line it with some brick maybe, and make it really cutesy. When I was a kid, my parents had a landscaper. We lived in Bartlett, Tennessee, and they had the cutest backyard. They had a flower garden. I think it was a flower garden. It was some sort of a flower bed lining the backyard fence, and it was gorgeous. And I remember we had some honeysuckles flowing off there. We used to eat the honeysuckles. And so I want that for my kids. I want to make a really pretty little flower bed back there. So that's coming soon, probably maybe this fall, but probably next spring.
You already messed it up. I know that you know it, 'cause you already messed it up. You got me paper thin, doing concrete face, driving romance in the madness. You got me good, baby, keep on coming back to you. I know that you know it, 'cause you already messed it up. You already messed it up.
We got our petunias planted. I think they're so pretty, and they just make this backyard so much more happy. And now we're going to add back our Adirondack chairs. Y'all saw that wasp. He was trying to attack me. We have that problem a lot back here, like I said, and it's not fun. But anyways, do y'all remember that year we were looking for Adirondack chairs and we could not find them anywhere? We went to every Home Depot, every Lowe's in the area. We could not find Adirondack chairs. And it was during the fall, and I remember people were messaging me and saying, yes, those are like, you cannot find them after summertime. You have to grab them when it's hot. And so the next summer we grabbed these really fast when the weather got hot. We ended up finding Adirondack chairs at Ace Hardware the year we were looking for them, but they were not assembled, and I remember it was such a nightmare for Will to have to assemble them. And then even after that, you had to treat them, and we never treated ours, so they got moldy. And so I ended up selling them on Facebook Marketplace to this guy, and he paid a lot of money for them. So I guess he was like, he knew what he was doing to try to restore them. But anyways, we got rid of those, but they were too much upkeep, and we just got some plastic ones, and I love these. Oliver and Annie Kate have some little baby Adirondack chairs in our garage. They're so cute, and we love to sit around our fire and roast marshmallows. So I'm glad I got that area all back together. Now I'm going to plant this little bush over here on the edge, and we're going to put our porch furniture back. Like I said earlier in the video, I would love to get a little table down on the bottom portion of our porch right here so we can come outside and eat. Sometimes we do eat outside, but we just bring Oliver's little blue plastic table, and Will and I will sit on the steps, kind of like a casual vibe. But I would love to have like a dinner table out here with chairs and an umbrella, because I would eat out here like every night. I love being in our backyard when it's nice outside. So I think I'm going to look for a little table that should be coming very soon, and that'll be really fun. But let's finish up this porch. We're almost done.
I tried so hard to let go, writing poetry and rhymes just to get you off my mind. It's either yes or it's no. I'm not a yo-yo on a string that you flip and twist and swing. Not gonna vibe tonight, you don't get get everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready. If I'm not ready, I'm not gonna vibe tonight. You don't get everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready.
I just think that little tree is so cute right there. And as for our string lights, this is what we have for right now because this is the only plug back here. So we have them strung right under our door. We used to have some hooks that made the cord go over our door, and that was even a bigger nightmare. So we just put it right there, and it usually doesn't bother us. And then I just store that little basket of the rest of that cord under that chair. Okay, we're going to put back our furniture now. I'm going to bring our cushions out here. I washed the covers, and we're going to put those back on. Add some pillows, add a little plant probably here in the middle with some American flags. I really wanted to add a citronella candle, but I forgot to grab one, so I need to snag one of those still. But we made it look a little bit patriotic. I know y'all are seeing this after the 4th, but we were getting it all ready for the 4th of July. So, almost done.
Tonight, you don't get everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready. If I'm not ready, I'm not gonna vibe tonight. You don't get everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready. I'm not ready. If I'm not ready, you don't get everything you like.
I actually added a red star pillow to that other chair, and I forgot to get an in shot of it. That home pillow was already out here before, and so that's why it was sitting there. But we had a red star pillow in one and the blue and white stripes in the other. Very festive out here. We had such a great 4th of July. I hope y'all did too, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.
Everything you like, 'cause I'm not ready. If I'm not ready, I'm not gonna vibe